Hello, Namaskar, Vanakkam. Welcome to Careers with Sudhir. This is going to be the most accurate, reliable, and trustworthy platform to know about different career options. What kind of career options should you choose? And today's topic is going to be extremely relevant to all students who are planning to take the NEET either in 2025 on the first Sunday of this month or next year. Listen to this video carefully because you see, our conditioning is such that we are told you either become a doctor or you become an engineer or you become a chartered accountant or you become a lawyer. We are told that these are the four most prized professions. Let me tell you, ऐसा नहीं है. Okay, there are many more such professions which you can pursue, but you need to know about them. So in this video, I'm going to talk about 10 super options. If not NEET, what else? You may not get through NEET, or you think NEET is too tough, I don't want to take it, but I want to be associated in some way with the medical field because botany and zoology मुझे बहुत पसंद है. So what can you do? So these are going to be 10 absolutely super options. So stay with the video right till the end. Subscribe to the channel and share this video with your friends. So this is what you need to do if you don't want to become a doctor like these two people, yet you want to be associated with the medical field. So let's look at each one of them. I want you to write to us. So before I get into that, let me tell you that there are other courses which also make you a doctor. You can become a BDS, you can do the BDS, you can become a dental surgeon, you can become an Ayurvedic doctor, right? You have those kind of courses which allow you to become an Ayurvedic doctor. You can become a homeopathic doctor, or you can become a Unani medicine doctor, right? So you have something called the BUMS, which is the Bachelor of Unani Medicine and Surgery. You have something called the BHMS, Bachelor of Homeopathic Medicine and Surgery. You have something called the BAMS, Bachelor of Ayurvedic Medicine and Surgery, and of course BDS for dental surgery, right? So you can pursue these four instead of an MBBS also, अगर आपको डॉक्टरी ही करनी है तो ओके, ये मैं पहले ही बता देता हूं, ये वो 10 में इंक्लूडेड नहीं है. ओके, इसके आगे चलते हैं. ओके, पांचवा ऑफ कोर्स इज अ वेटरनरी वन where you take care of animals, right? So you can be a Bachelor of Veterinary Science and Animal Husbandry, from a dog to a cow to a buffalo to a goat, any kind of animal. Now let's get started with the first of the 10 super options. Okay, this is called biomedical engineering, and I can tell this to you from personal experience. My wife's nephew, his name is Kishore, he did his engineering from the PSG college in Coimbatore and subsequently worked in Bengaluru, I think with IBM if I'm not mistaken, and then subsequently went to John Hopkins Institute in USA, and he's now working in the USA in the field of biomedical engineering. And now post-COVID pandemic, this field has become very important because people want scientists to come up with new kind of inventions to make the lives of patients more comfortable. So what does it entail? It entails developing medical equipment, prosthetics, prosthetics and healthcare technology, that you kind of make healthcare technology. And this photograph will kind of, make it clear, wherein you are using different kind of technological aids. You are using these kind of machines in order to be able to see the inside very carefully. So this is something which will be developed by a biomedical engineering, not by a doctor. Doctors will give inputs ki humko kya chahiye, but this kind of a machine, this kind of a tool will be developed by a biomedical engineering. This kind of a machine, this entire thing which shows the inside of the particular patient who is being operated upon, all this is developed by biomedical engineers. So there is high demand in healthcare technology. Now with the use of AI in medicine and wearable health devices, this is a smartwatch. This tells me how many steps I have walked, what's my blood pressure, what is my heartbeat, everything, right? You have more, you have the glucose meter. So all these devices which is making the life of an urban Indian or a global citizen more and more comfortable is all the result of rapid developments in the field of biomedical engineering. So this, according to me, this will allow you to work closely with the medical doctors, yet you are actually combining, it is marrying engineering with medicine. And I give you the example of my wife's nephew who is doing fabulous work. Just imagine working in USA, making a difference out there in terms of breakthrough. In fact, he has many patents to his name. So you can also be someone like that. Now, as far as biomedical engineering, and this is only restricted to India, you start with a salary of 4 to 8 lakh per annum. But once you get a bit of experience, you're talking about 10 to 20 lakhs. And when I say experience, I'm only talking about 4 to 5 years of experience. Because uske baad, how do you jump? How do you move from one company to another company? Uske basis pe you keep getting salary jumps. So this will be can be your salary after 3 to 4 years of experience, right? Which is fabulous. And you are doing important work without having the tension of, arey, is patient ki zindagi mere haath mein hai, right? Now, where do you go to? You can go to the engineering colleges like VIT Vellore, or like PSG College of Engineering, where I spoke about my relative, MIT in Manipal, SRM College in Chennai. Now, these are some of the engineering colleges which will prepare you for biomedical engineering. In fact, one of my daughter's friends, after doing her engineering from the SSN college, now she has got a seat in the Carnegie Mellon University in the USA, which is one of the top-notch colleges in the field of biomedical engineering, right? So that's what you need to aspire for. So I'm giving you these kind of examples to tell you that the sky is the limit. Okay, I hope you like the first super hit option. The second super hit option is a BSc in medical lab technology. What does this entail? See the photograph, you will get an idea what I'm talking about. It involves conducting diagnostic tests. You go to a Vijaya, you go to a MediQuest, you go to different diagnostic labs these days, right? In order to get your vitamin B12, you need to get your thyroid test for you or your parents. In pathology and hospitals, this is a growing industry because all doctors these days refer you to a diagnostic lab because they want to see what is inside the body in terms of the readings, right? So there is increasing demand for lab technicians due to advanced diagnostics, right? Now, this is not as kind of a high profile career option like biomedical engineering, but this is nevertheless an important one because there are lots of these kind of ThyroCare, a great diagnostic lab chain, which is Dr. Lal Path Labs. So all these are even listed on the stock market. So you can imagine the kind of profits that they are talking about. So here, if you start with 3 to 5 LPA, 6 to 12 LPA with experience. You have the lovely professional university in Punjab, Jain University in Bengaluru, or Parul University in Gujarat, which conducts courses which you can look at. Okay, the third super hit option is a BSc in Radiology, okay, which is also known as Medical Imaging Technology. Now, it involves operating MRI, CT scan, X-ray machines and diagnostics. You would have seen it in any of the hospitals you go to, the X-ray, etc., being studied, being taken care of. So this involves the doctors, the technicians who are working on these kind of machines prepared by the biomedical engineers. There's rising demand in diagnostic centers, AI-driven imaging, because with kind of, the kind of references that the doctors make, okay, we need to get an MRI. Who will do the MRI? So you need to be qualified to do that. So that's where the BSc in Radiology will help you. Okay, so you will still be working in a hospital. You will still be working in a high-end diagnostic lab, but you won't be a doctor. Okay. Now, salary starts at 4 to 7 lakh per annum because this is a specialized job, but after experience, you can get up to 15 lakh rupees, which is good. So you could do it from the DY Patil University in Pune, Sharda University in Noida, Hindustan Institute of Technology and Science in Chennai. So these are some of the top-notch colleges where you can do it from. The fourth one is a BSc in Biotechnology. I love this. Listen to this carefully. It involves research in vaccines, and after COVID, this has become so very important. So this is the kind of work that you would be doing inside a laboratory. Pharmaceuticals and genetic engineering, fascinating field. Genetic engineering, if you find it interesting, go for it. The job market is expanding in pharmaceuticals. The pharma industries is $1 billion industry globally. Research labs and bioinformatics, these are all new fields which have come, which are combined biology with genetics, biology with engineering, right? So molecular biology, so different kind of things getting mixed up, and that is what biotechnology, great field. You need to look at it very closely. So this is the fourth field which I would urge you, if you are interested in medicine but want a non-NEET option, this is for you, right? You start with 3 to 6 LPA, can go up to 15 LPA with specialization. SRM Chennai, SNU Shivnadar University in Greater Noida, Kalinga Institute of Industrial Technology in Bhubaneswar. These are some of the institutes that you can look at. The fifth one is BSc in Nutrition. Now, why do you think? Some of you may think, "Arey, ये तो home science जैसा है." नहीं जी, ऐसा नहीं है. Nutrition today is so important because it's not just about sports persons. All of us are very conscious about, we keep looking at Instagram reels ki ye khane se fayda hota hai, ye khane se nuksan hota hai, right? Like I was seeing some Instagram reels on how important and good chia seeds are as part of your diet. So it involves designing diet plans for hospitals for specific patient. He's a cancer patient, so we need to provide him with this kind of a diet. Fitness centers which are mushrooming in the cities and towns of the country, that even homemakers, young children, senior citizens, they all go to gyms and fitness centers. Health organizations, this is a growing field. Trust me, in the next 5 to 10 years, this is going to be a sunrise industry. So a BSc in nutrition will really help you. There is increasing awareness of diet in preventive healthcare. So this is the kind of a work that you would be doing if you are a BSc in nutrition, and then you can subsequently do post graduation in order to constantly upgrade yourself. And usme bhi you can go into specialization, that I would work only in a fitness center, or I would work only in a hospital, or I would work only with football players or only with cricket players. The kind of diet, like for instance, the kind of diet that a Jasprit Bumrah takes will be very different from the diet that a Virat Kohli would take, right? Both are cricketers, but one is a batsman, one is a bowler, right? A fast bowler. A diet that a Jasprit Bumrah takes will be different from a diet that an Akshar Patel takes, right? Because one is a fast bowler, one is a spinner. So all those kind of biomechanics that you need to know becomes very important. Fascinating field. So in BSc Nutrition, you can start with 3 to 5 LPA, go up to 12 LPA within 4 to 5 years. Symbiosis in Pune, Mount Carmel College in Bengaluru. These are some of the good colleges which do this. Next, we come to B Pharma, Bachelor of Pharmacy, which is again, as I said, $1 billion industry. It involves working with medicines, drug formulation, and pharmaceutical sales. That's what you see, all these tablets, etc., kept in the background. There is strong demand in for pharma companies and drug research. You need to know, okay, मेरे को ये टैबलेट लेने से ये नुकसान होता है, तो can I look at an alternative? All that research is done in labs like these by people like this. You can be one of them. So if you do a Bachelor of Pharmacy, you can get into this field. So the number of pharmaceutical companies, and India is like the pharmaceutical capital of the world. There are so many drug manufacturing companies in the country, and you can get good jobs also at different kind of ancillary units for many of these pharma companies. So you can start at 4 to 7 LPA, go up to 20 lakh after you have gained some kind of experience. So this is a very paying field. From the Delhi Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences and Research, DIPSAR, which is one of the best in the country. From the Mysore JSS College of Pharmacy, ka ek aur unit bhi hai, and Nirma University in Ahmedabad. These are some of the universities where you can do it. Bachelor of Physiotherapy. Now this is again because injuries happen, sports persons, senior citizens. So physiotherapy becomes very important. So it involves rehabilitation and pain management for injuries. Injuries, गिर जाते हैं, कुछ खेलते हैं, different kind of situations, you may need physiotherapy. So rising demand in sports medicine, post-surgical recovery, and wellness centers. Wellness centers again becoming very important, right? So physiotherapy is something which you need to have a good understanding of the biomechanics and the body of a human being in order to be able to provide relief to the patient. For example, 4 years back, I used to suffer from a frozen shoulder, both me and my mother, right? So अगर मेरे को सीट बेल्ट पहनना होता था तो मेरा राइट शोल्डर से राइट हैंड से आई कुडंट डू इट, सो आई हैड टू यूज माय लेफ्ट हैंड टू पुल इट फ्रॉम देयर एंड पुट द सीट बेल्ट. So it was this thing. I went to a physiotherapist for 2 weeks and now it's absolutely fine, right? Otherwise I could just not move my right shoulder. So it depends on what is the need, and the physiotherapist will tell you specific exercises. So if you do a bachelor of physiotherapy, you will be able to understand that this part of the body, you need to do this in order to be able to get that thing done, right? Now, start at 3 to 6 LPA, can go up to 15 LPA after specialization. D.Y. Patil in Pune, Jamia Hamdard University in Delhi. Then you have the Bengaluru Acharya Institute of Health Sciences and Chandigarh University, where you can do this. Next, we come to clinical research and trials. Now, this is a much more of a specialized kind of field because it involves testing new medicines and conducting medicine trials, on rats, on rabbits, in labs, etc. There you see. So you conduct the trials on the mice or on the rabbits, sometimes even monkeys. So, and then you see what is the result as a result of the testing on them. It increasing clinical trials, and because obviously before testing it on administering it to human beings, you need to test it on lab animals. Medical innovations, demand for professionals in pharma and biotech. Biotech and pharma, लिख के रख लो, in the next 25 to 50 years, this is going to be one of the biggest industries because people with the kind of lifestyles that we lead, we will need medical help at every stage. So for that, you need different kinds of medicines. So that's where the pharma industry comes in, and the biotech industry comes in to support the pharma industry. So clinical research and trials, again, an interesting kind of field. Start at 4 to 8 lakh per annum, go up to 18 lakh per annum after a bit of experience. Symbiosis Biomedical Sciences, Pune, Sharda University, Chandigarh University, and KIMS in Maharashtra. Okay. Then, this is very interesting. The ninth one, forensic science. I love it. In fact, I have reported extensively on there used to be this organization called Truth Labs, still there, by Dr. KPC Gandhi, which Hamara thing of forensic science is of Dr. Salunke in CID, right? But I don't think they do a very correct job. But if you see a forensic lab and have been inside forensic labs, it's a fascinating kind of field. How from a little dried up blood or a piece of hair or a piece of nail, they can extract DNA, which can help find the culprit, right? So it involves analyzing biological evidence, examining crime scenes and toxicology reports. Any crime today will ask for a forensic report. Forensic report के बिना आजकल कोई भी crime police solve नहीं करती है. So you can be involved with the local police, with the special branch, with the CBI, with the CID. Everybody will use a forensic scientist. Fascinating field. अगर आपको चस्का है कि मेरे को क्राइम भी सॉल्व करना है, मेडिसिन से भी इन्वॉल्व होना है, this is the field for you. समझे? So cyber forensics, and now with artificial intelligence, so even more. So you can use engineering, law, and medicine का combination in forensic science. Fascinating. Is a growth sector, new opportunities in artificial intelligence based crime analysis. I would strongly urge you. In fact, someone we know is actually studying forensic science because she did not crack NEET. So this is something which I would say, look at it. Very fascinating field. इसमें से 10 में से 4 तो मेरे top favorites हैं. Okay, I would have loved to do it. If I could turn the clock back, I would have loved to do forensic science. So you start at 4 to 6, go up to 18 lakh per annum with experience and specialization in the first 4 to 5 years. Amity University, Noida, Parul University, Chandigarh, and Jain University. And finally, we come to hospital management. Now, ये सब नहीं करना है, but you want to work in a hospital, right? Great. Hospital management भी है. मेरे पास 500 बेड है, इतने सारे पेशेंट हैं, उनका बिलिंग, उनका मेडिसिन, कौन सा डॉक्टर किसको देखेगा, सर्जरी कब होगा, ऑपरेशन थिएटर कब खाली है, किसको आईसीयू में शिफ्ट करना है, किसको क्रिटिकल यूनिट में शिफ्ट करना है, एवरीथिंग is handled, is comes as part of hospital management. So it involves managing hospitals, clinics, and different healthcare organizations, because there is high demand for healthcare administrators due to growing hospital and medical business. I mean, look at it. It's not just the Apollo. You have the Apollo. You have government hospitals. There is Kim's. There is Narayana Hrudayalaya, and I'm talking about the Medanta. You have so many hospitals around the country today. All of them need to be managed. This is again a huge growth sector. Okay, so ऐसा नहीं है कि नौकरी नहीं मिलेगी, नौकरी मिलेगी, and you can work in some of the best hospitals in the country. So you start at 5 to 8 lakh, you can go up to 25 lakh with MBA, because in an MBA you can actually focus on healthcare management, right? And then you can start with 25K. If you do it from one of the IIMs or an XLRI or one of the SP Jains kind of colleges, you can actually start at upwards of 30 lakh per annum starting salary with an MBA. This is a great sector. So you can do it from Symbiosis, Indian Institute of Health. This is at the graduation level. I'm not talking about the MBA. MBA का जैसे मैंने mention किया. Jaipur. This one is considered one of the best in the country. So this is something which you could look at. So finally, I want to tell you something. How do you take this decision? How do you decide which field you should get into? So अगर आपको टेक्नोलॉजी पसंद है, मेडिसिन पसंद है, टेक्नोलॉजी प्लस मेडिसिन पसंद है, go for biomedical engineering or radiology, right? If you enjoy research, choose biotechnology or clinical research. If you enjoy engineering plus medicine plus law, go in for forensic science, right? So you have to decide मुझे क्या पसंद है. Then if you like to have patient interaction with the patients, you can go in for physiotherapy or nutrition. So as I said, this call has to be taken by you in consultation with your parents. If you prefer medicines or drug development, you could choose B Pharma, right? So as I said, I've given you the 10 options, and these are the best options available. Fascinating options, and you have to take the call. मेरे personality के हिसाब से which one would be the best fit for me. So that's what I want you to do. So we await your feedback. Share the video with your friends. Subscribe to the channel. Spread the word. We want to grow organically here on Careers with Sudhir, where we will be getting you information you can use. Information that will be relevant to each one of you. Thank you very much. Till the next video. Tata.